Which can you carry your hand and put on your head? Mr. Mango, let's say they do exam. Hi. Hi, baby girl. Okay, waiting for you guys to come in. We didn't get plan. Oh. Darling, this is where the comments are oh, because I should say you not go know where you go they read.
Actually, no.
Okay, let me leave a link. Sorry guys, I'm updating my Instagram page because a lot of people are saying time difference. They want to know. Let me just put it here. Tap here to join. And what are we doing? You say we're going to play a game. I don't know which game you want us to play, but anyway, let's just go. Let's just go. Ah, thank you, Oga Abang. Why the serious face? Now official face. Now in official face. Now be this.
Official face.
Hi, you guys. How you doing? Did my listen just stop charging? So we are honeymooning. No children. That's why we can do this live because who born us to do live in the living room and you not hear children making noise up and down. Hi, you guys. Nice to see you. Thank you guys so much for joining our live. The live doesn't have any direction, so if you guys have anything fun that you want us to talk about, let's know. Hi, Obey. Is the honeymoon phase, my sister, is going to expire in a few days. What are we saying? It's expiring tomorrow. Hey,
Yes, tomorrow.
God, please.
Hi, people.
Hi, you guys. And we don't talk high tire. We don't get plan for this our lives. Some of us we play games, but I don't know what game he wants us to play. I don't know what he wants us to do. But you guys should bring up conversations. We're open to any conversations you guys want us to, get into.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Mrs. Lassisi.
Then where is Mrs. Last? Where is
Sorry,
Mrs.
Lassisi.
I don't see the last with say it's just say you see clearly. I don't increase the brightness. We're glowing, Abby. It's the glow of honeymooning. It's a honeymooner's glow. See, let me tell you, I don't know why. Let me just say this. I feel like at least with the people I've talked to, or people that I know, whenever children are away from home, the fathers don't really get it. I think a lot of times they're just like, when are my children coming back? Because why? I think the mothers put in more work, so you guys never get it. And they say honeymoon. Your own is in fact, it's one that will ginger. When are we going to pick them? As if the children they run. When are we going to pick them?
Yeah, no, because I miss them now.
Well done.
Yeah.
And when you miss them, and I say, Victoria is disturbing me, she touching my hair. You say, let her touch your hair. I say, go and touch your father's hair. Don't touch my own. They never get it. Thank you. Because my friend told me, I was like, so this is the common thing with men. Oh. People just want to bring the children, and we were like, let them stay for a while. I actually want them to stay longer. I think we're still. I don't know if we're.
Okay, Victoria said, please talk about marriage.
What do we talk about? Everybody with their own issue. Actually, there's supposed to be a video after this live that is going up on the channel. I was actually editing it. I don't know. See, I noticed that anytime children are not around, the days go by so fast. I don't understand. We woke up. How many minutes ago did we wake up? We don't reach after 4. No. Film we never watch finish. We just ate. No. It's already entering dinner. I don't understand. Why is the time flying? So I was editing a video and I didn't know I wasn't going to be done with the video by the time we're on this live. So the video will come up after the live, maybe by 6. Let's say 6 p.m. Yeah. So we just talked about the things that we've done to improve our marriage so far, because everybody get their issue, but if you're not taking steps to improve in your relationship, then
Hello, Joanne. We see your message.
So yeah, if you're not taking steps to improve in your marriage, then there's an issue. So that video was just a very easy, light-hearted chat video where we just talk about the things that we had improved on individually, and yeah, That's what you are reading comments. You not go comment.
I'm helping now.
No read comment. No read comment. Mr. Alban does not want to give us contribution today. It's like his comment. He wants to read. Comment reader. Exactly. When you are enjoying, the day runs fast. Like we've just been relaxing. We're watching Hijack.
I slept off.
We paused it because Mr. Alban is pregnant. Actually, he's pregnant for us. So, the baby makes him sleep a lot. I think he's like 10 months gone.
Eleno.
He's like 10 months gone. So he was feeling tired. So I paused it because of him. But yeah. Okay. Congratulations on the break. Oh, I'm telling you. Especially for mothers. Let me tell them, these men, they don't understand. Anytime I post it, the women are just like, oh my God, I envy you. I envy you. We really need that break. I don't know when the children will come back. I really want them to stay for a while. But yeah, what you guys are just saying hi to you guys. What do we talk about? Are we boring? Are we boring?
I don't think so.
You think we're not boring? Mm-mm. Okay, let's set this place on fire then. Since we're not boring, let's do it. So, what do you guys think about the 10-year gap in romantic relationships? This is almost a 10-year gap, isn't it?
Is it our age?
Yeah, age gap between us.
Yeah.
9 years.
9 years, yeah.
So, I don't think... I have a friend that's married to someone that I think there's a 16-year gap between them. I don't know. It just really depends on the dynamics between you and the person. I think it's a very personal thing because you might find a couple that, things flow well with them with a longer gap. And there are couples with 2 years gap that...
the question you asked, are we boring?
Where is the person answer?
You're not. Yeah.
No, you're not. I actually think we are, because as we don't do like this now, so you're telling person thank you for saying we're not boring. Oh yeah, now give us. Since we're not there boring.
What you're saying.
I'm just saying it depends on the dynamics of the individuals in the marriage or the relationship. Some people they have 2 year gap, and you might still find them not being able to deal with each other or like thrive in their month.
It's not about the gap.
It's not about the gap of the people. Yeah.
How you're able to relate with each other, understand each other. Those are very, very.
Someone said, would you like to have another child? And if not, why is that? If you would like to share, I'd like Mr. Alban to answer first, because I think that you guys hear me a lot when I say this.
No, I think I'm done with the baby thing. I don't think I can go through that stress again.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm done.
Can you expand? Can you expatiate?
I'm done.
Why are you done?
Around.
You have so much gray hair. You don't even need more babies.
No. 3 is okay.
I always imagine having another baby, and then who is going to be carrying the baby bag? Maybe you go to carry baby bag. If we don't reach our destination, we go look for where we want to spread the pikin.
Better not.
Put diaper. They washing ash. No. So yeah, I'm on the same page with him with regards, having another child. Ben said, would you like to share why? Okay, you didn't actually share why. You just said no. I think that for me, I think I'm going to that point where I don't think I can carry another baby. Emotionally, physically, mentally, financially.
We're on the same page on that. Yeah.
It's a complete no for me.
Yes.
Yeah, so as I said, I don't think age matters really. Depends. And they tell you, just they suffer the poor girl for nothing,
Grace will probably be in school or something.
Person will get her own life. When she can't come back, she'll go turn to nanny.
No.
So someone said, is sex the same in marriage after having children? Dan Ladi. Is sex the same in marriage after having children? What do you think?
It's actually, it gets the woman become very busy. Let me be very honest with you. They become busy. They get closer to their children, and you have to spark it up.
You are annoying for saying they get closer to their children. You are very annoying for saying that, because it has no. What does it have to do with sex, though?
That attention. Let me be serious.
What does it? Because you said this thing before.
On the children. After some time, you just have to keep sparking it up.
Well, I don't know if I would say it's an attention thing. I think it's just more our hands just become full, because if we're thinking of just ourselves in a relationship, we're not thinking of school fees, we're not thinking of house rent. No house rent if it's only you and another person. If they pursue one from house, Two of you are adults, you now go find
Your
where you want to cover your
responsibility
head.
becomes more.
But imagine you now doing the same thing with little children that you brought into this world and you're not fully responsible for. So I do think that our hands become a lot fuller when and then it now requires more effort
More
and
effort,
like
intentional
you said,
effort.
like the spark, you just need those extra
Extra sparks,
moves,
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's really it. Talk about your advice to the upcoming couples. Which advice person want to give couples? But I don't even know sef because they live your life,
Be
they go. Even me
patient.
sef, I need
Be
advice.
patient. They need to be patient. They need to
Patience in what sense?
build themselves, build yourselves
Individually,
individually.
right?
Yes.
I second that.
They don't. Finance is very important.
Finance is very
Make
important,
sure that you have a level playing ground
and that
when
applies
the
to both
storm.
men and
Yes,
women.
both men and women, so
Yeah,
that when the storm comes, you can easily weather it.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
not fun when there's no finance. Let me be
Yeah.
very frank with you.
Mm-hmm. And when you go into a marriage where one person is the person financing,
Yes, it's
and you
stressful.
become very comfortable, and then maybe like you said, if something happens, everything just crashes.
Just crashes.
So there's
Yeah.
no backup. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
also important. Love it. Age is just a number. Oh god, the comments are coming in so quickly. I don't even know where I am. One coke for Mr. Banks. Somebody dey drink coke. I'll buy him beer.
I know they drink beer
It's free,
either.
don't dey drink beer.
one
I
any
go
for
buy
me.
him whiskey. Whiskey. Um. Okay. Hi, Clean. Following the current trend of migrating, are you thinking of migrating? What's your take on it, especially with the way the country is going?
Yes, it's a priority, but not we're not so desperate right now. But it's actually a priority. Trust me, it is. The country is getting ridiculous every day,
Mm.
so we're putting it
Into,
into
well, I
plans.
mean, it's
Yeah,
in the works, kind
it's in the
of.
works. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Price of Pampers, my sister, milk. Price of milk. Hey, anytime we enter, we go into well, not anytime, but once in a while, we go into a grocery store. I will be walking by the diaper section at times. But remember when diaper section was like always like the first line we come to. So once we go into the grocery store, we're headed straight to go and buy diaper.
That's
Straight
very
to buy diaper. But now that we don't buy diaper, I feel so good, like big girls. How did you deal with doubts? Like, is this person really my spouse in your dating period? And do you ever deal with doubts in your marriage?
Yes, you can't run away from that. You,
Like, did you have doubts when we're getting married? Is this person really my spouse? Did you have doubts?
yeah.
Did I have doubts? I can't remember. I
This
can't remember
question
now.
is
It gets as it be.
you get as a B. Yes, let me be sincere. At a
Mm.
certain time, I'll be like, is this what I really wanted? Is she the one?
Mm.
Yeah, I do have those thoughts.
But when you say is she the one, is there ever a the one? Because when
Uh,
people say that the one, it's almost like there's just one person
no,
that everybody
remember,
everybody
I'm
has
coming
just
from
one
my own
person.
journey
Mm.
way back then, till I met you and I settled down for you, and I decided that yeah, she was different from every other person I met than my past relationship, and she was just I just had this peace when I met her, and I think that
So you still get the peace now because
you
it be
get
like
wala, you get wala,
I said,
you get wala,
I thought as much.
you get wala, we get peace. You don't see wala, we get peace before.
The Lord will help us.
Mm.
Wait. Hi, Elwan. I gave same picture expression with Mrs. Abang. I beg the children thing. Okay. Someone has asked about doubts again. Okay, as I said, we become tired because taking care of the house is stressful. Sparking things up is the only way that works. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'll say sometimes. Even this bed, you do need to change the bed sometimes. Those are the small sparks. Man decides your alarm, the bank say his truth. I've allowed him say his truth. Am I holding him? Okay. When they say that, Mr. Wang, I agree with you, but it's unintentional. I'm guessing maybe the giving children the attention. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. How did you know you both were meant for each other? Did you ever have doubts?
I think we've answered
Yeah. But actually, someone else asked this question.
that. I told you, like I said, peace
Mm,
was the factor that I knew that there was no doubt recommended anymore. I had just had that peace with her.
what's the topic? We don't have a topic or Rachel. We're just going with the flow.
Mm.
We're just going with the flow. I have 5 kids. It was no joke. In fact, plenty kids with this current economy now suffer head. Oh. Fact. I like this
Remember, say no
story
social security coverage for children for
for
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Oh, for
OYO.
Nigeria. Really why you? I like this series because people make it seem like they just meet their partner and they'll be 100% sure. There are people that actually do
100%.
like they just believe that. Well, good luck to them, Sha. Touch you are not well. You say na the piece na pieces. Wahala wey get peace. Now in the sweet pass. So Joy said, how do you manage finance and make plans?
Where is that?
How do you see it at the bottom?
How do
As well, thank you.
manage-
My sister they give peace, but we are peaceful people. We are very peaceful people.
Now
How
why
do
I
you-
talk say wahala we get peace.
How do you manage finance and make plans? How do you deal with conflicts in marriage, especially when it comes to finance? Another finance question. And one person feels like they are doing more. How do you avoid being resentful?
I don't think you should look at who does more and who, as long as you're both giving in, is what matters the most. It's not, you don't measure it that this one brought 80, me I brought 20, or I brought 30, brought 70. No. As long as you know that there's sincerity, everybody is being honest.
Yeah.
Not like one person is hiding money somewhere.
Yeah. I think that's where
Yes,
that's
no,
where
that's
resentment
not
builds up.
nice.
Is when
Yes.
most times when there are like individual plans.
Yes.
Maybe you're making individual plans behind the scenes, and then you're thinking of, okay, I want to bring out this amount of money to do this for myself. And but I remember I remember how something happened that my dad was saying when I think I was talking to my dad, and he said something like, as long as she knows that she's doing it for her house, like you're doing it for your home,
It's for your home,
it's
yeah.
still for your home at the end
Yeah.
of the day, but it's still something that people would deal with, especially when it comes to finances. So
I think people just need to be more open.
and you can only be open to somebody that is honest with you. So I guess being open is really dependent on the person that you're dealing with at the end of the day,
Yes.
because some people are dealing with spouses that are not honest. So it kind of
That's
makes
true.
them shield and to want to keep things to themselves. So I don't really blame, I don't really blame people for moving like that.
But I think it would be advisable. Everybody should be honest. If you want a very good future for yourself and your spouse, your kids, you need to be very open with your finances, and make sure that you guys plan ahead, make plans. Okay, this is what we need to do. This is, you have a priority list. This is for this is for that. This is what we're going to use this for. Set your goals, set your targets, set your plans.
And also I feel like do people go into marriages with, and you guys can also let us know based on how much they both make. So I'm guessing whoever makes more, I don't know if that's the pattern that people use, because everybody with their different patterns, right? Some people have salaries at the end and they know that, okay, at the end of the month, this is what my spouse is getting. Some people have businesses where it's like every single day they are selling. So I don't know what the dynamics for other people would be. With regard, but I know that most times when one person earns more, in fact, I don't even think for me, if we have to go the traditional route, I think that most times, even when the woman earns more, sometimes it could just be she wants to ease the stress of the man. But most times, well, let me not say most times, I'm sure it doesn't happen in all households, but traditionally, the man would always stand in as the major provider in the home, and he would do this regardless of whether his wife is earning more or not. So sometimes it now depends on the woman to now come in and say, okay, I'm earning more, or I earn more this month, so I want to bring this amount of money so that you don't have to push in this amount. So it just differs with different people. And like my husband said, I feel like that honesty is really the foundation and like the basis of how you would manage your finances.
Don't be stingy. Just
it's even really being stingy, because you're stingy to your whole household, you're stingy to yourself. You're stingy to your house, so you not say you don't want to buy
it's like
milk.
being stingy to yourself.
Yes, like being stingy to yourself. But like I said, if people are dealing with dishonest people, then I can't
That's the
really,
problem.
yeah, I
Yes.
can't really say what you should do, because really you need to have a backup if you're dealing with a dishonest person, because
Your
they can just
family
up
should
and leave.
your family should always come first. In all your spending or anything. Your top priority, your family. So when you put your family first and you're being honest with it helps you thrive
Yeah.
financially.
So someone said, myself here is complaining, is contemplating another child, because even with social security here, we'll still have to think of college fees. I don't want my children to worry about student loans, right?
When I want to see good,
Wow.
it's far. You can still
But it's still a
plan.
lot. Ah, but
Even
man,
if
it's
you
still.
can still plan it ahead.
Oh,
Or like here,
Jesus.
from the day that you give birth to that child till the end,
No
until
extra
no
help.
extra help, it's all on you.
Yes, they need to be more open-minded and honest with the right person, though. Yeah, just like Mr. Bank says, the both parties have to be open and things will be easier. But since they aren't, then how will it be solved? Yeah, how you both save for the future in case of any emergency, even though we don't pray for it. Secondly, do you both say, okay, the person asking, how do we save for the future and in case of any emergency, even though we don't pray for it? Secondly, do you both save together or individually? Do we save for the future? I mean, saving is saving, like it's what you have that you save. After you don't address the bills
The truth is,
that you have
you
available.
can't give what you don't have.
Exactly.
You give what
And
you
I feel
have.
like it's also weird whenever I hear people that preach about saving, and sometimes I'm just like, not everybody can even afford to save. Do you understand? Some people will have money coming, and by the time they settle the major, I'm not even talking about, there's nothing like any extra, lavish cost or anything. By the time they settle the compulsory bills that they have nothing left. So last time Mr. Bank said, you can't give what you don't have. You can only save after you have paid the necessary bills that you have to pay. Do we save together or individually? How do we even explain that? We save individually, but he saves with me, right? Is that how we put it?
Yes.
So you can just say, I save the money for us. More like, yeah. Toki said, but if you marry your partner, you have to hide some funds. Exactly, that's what I said. Once you don't marry
Where
your
that's where
partner,
there's no honesty. You
yeah,
make the other person start feeling,
yeah,
insecure, and then games, you start having games. This one we playing
and it can be
hide
so
and seek.
stress. I can't
Everybody,
even
and that will be
imagine.
too
It's
psychologically stressful for
Oh
both of you.
gosh. It's hard to plan $60,000 per year. That's for the college fees that you were saying you still far. The college fees
Yes,
nobody was
if
saying
from
it's far.
you have to start from small. You have to start
sixty
saving ahead.
thousand dollars.
You just have to save ahead.
That's like how much can someone do in a month? Let's say divided by so it's like 5,000 per month.
No, from when the kid when
Okay, from when the child is
child is
young.
still young.
Okay.
Plan ahead. You have that
God, now,
special saving
wow.
for that child.
What's the age difference between you? 9 years, right? 9 years.
Yeah.
What advice will you give to a man who gives friends from when they were young secretly, while he drops little to nothing for his family?
No, but charity begins
Wait,
at
so
home.
what advice a man who gives his friends from when they were young secretly, while he drops little to, I don't understand. Like when he was younger, he was giving his friends money.
He's more generous to his
friends than his family. What kind of person is that?
That one is wicked now. It's sheer wickedness.
That one does be, no.
No, that's not nice.
That's horrible.
Your family should come first.
And I think that there's some people that
there's nothing wrong in being nice to your friends.
There's some people that
but
live
your
for
family
the
should be your,
there's some people that live for the praises of outsiders.
Yes.
And I've heard stories like this a lot. I don't know
that validation.
Yes.
Outside,
I saw a post where a man died. It was on Instagram, and people were talking about, I think it was a child, one of his children now wrote her own message, and now that is finished the man in a very respectful manner. Wrote that if you go outside, you hear so many good things about her father, but inside the house he was terrible. Yeah, so I don't know how people like that can have family. Like, what's the point? Just stay on your own, enjoy with your friends, do what you like, but don't have family, because you can't be selfish and have a family. It won't work. It won't work. Okay, yeah, she said you got the question. So that, yeah. That's why we know one bomb plenty, so we go fit save the complete funds from now. Yeah. So that eases on your children. Children will enter this life. Once they enter workforce like this, bills don't dey their brain already.
I'm telling you.
Now wow. I don't believe in the age gap. It's how you manage the relationship. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, okay. So someone said maybe he drops little because the woman brings much. When she stops doing more, he'll be forced to bring it out. Does that work
He's not being. He's not.
every time? And
He's,
that's actually
he's
crazy.
not being financially prudent by doing that. It's not
Hmm.
nice. You're
Because
playing
I know
games.
that there are men who once their wives step in
Mm.
and start funding, they now start withdrawing and they start
There's
withdrawing
the
gradually,
no. The
gradually.
truth is your responsibilities just keep going up, whether the
Mm,
woman is bringing or not.
mm-hmm,
The responsibilities are immense. So you just
mm.
need to, even if it's the 10%, 20% you can add to it, you just have to do it honestly. Don't play games with these things, because if you try to play games with it, spiritually itself, you will have
The
your
man
own
is just not an
issues.
honest person.
The
That's
woman is
just
not
not an
honest
honest person.
when it's like that.
Yeah.
If when the woman is doing that more, you should also anticipate to even try to give her rest too. Now,
Mm.
about you won't kete now.
Ah, wahala. Please, how do you parent your younger children when it comes to discipline? We even talked about this in the video that I'm supposed to post today. We kind of talked about this. But how do you deal when it comes to discipline? I feel like as parents, we're evolving, we're learning, we're changing, and
Yeah, in the
it's a
video,
journey.
you see where we talked about the modern way of training children, and like my wife would say, I'm the orthodox.
Nah, lie, I didn't say that. Well, I kind of said that he needs to kind of match up. He needs to meet me because you know how somebody is like, "Pew, pew, 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 pew," and Sabah is just like, pew, pew, pew. And why is it? I'm just so I said he kind of needs to meet me, but I like that he's open. Sometimes I mean, which I mentioned in the video. You guys will watch the video anyway, so we don't talk too much about it. I'll post the video maybe around 6. But it's been, it's been a journey.
This your pew.
Hey, Jesus!
I don't understand.
No, it's just really still you meeting, like just meeting me there.
What I was trying to tell you in the video is very simple. I'm
Mm.
not going to argue who is better when it comes to parenting.
Mm.
My own system might not be the trending system or way.
That is not a trend. I actually hate to hear this thing.
Okay, sorry.
I'll
Not
talk
the
about
trend.
it. I feel like
but
anytime
there
I
are better
mention
ways that you
that
might know, you might understand than me, and I'm open to follow.
yeah, I get it, which I
No
did
problem.
give credit for. But you say anytime I mention modern day parenting, someone makes it feel like it's a trend. Like, oh, modern day parenting, like it not to make sense. Like that's just something new that you guys are just trying to jump on. But yeah, I don't think that's how it is. I don't think that's what it is. There was something I wanted to talk about. Yes, the woman does more, brings in more income. So she was one that dropped that question. So she said it. The woman does more and brings in more income. That man is just an irresponsible man. And for people like that, I think even if the woman decides to not bring in, I don't know how that would change anything.
It should do. It should
I don't know
be.
how that would change anything. For somebody like that, I really don't know.
It's not nice. Should feel that woman is going through a lot of stress, and your whole joy as a man should
There are a
be
lot of
to
I
leave
actually
her
hear a lot
alone.
of stories like that where men will just leave the
There's
financial
nothing
workload for
wrong
the women.
when the woman earns more than a man. It's
Or
okay.
brings, not even
It
earns
brings or
more,
brings
like
to the table more
because
than a
she
man.
didn't say anything about ending any
Yeah,
more. She just said
it's
she.
okay, but you also have to try and just support her. It might not might not be financially that is your own strength. It might be emotionally. It might be some other ways, but
Yeah,
it helps create a balance in the
yeah,
system, and
yeah.
your
Because not
family
every
should be
time can you.
priority.
Mm,
So when there are things you do that it will not, the finance will not even be like the big deal. You understand? When you're putting in all this other effort, it just creates a balance and gives that family, that peace that you need, and
yeah.
everything will be fine. And the woman will not even see it as she bringing that money in more than the guy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So sometimes Sabang, be honest. Do you know every time Chinyere is pranking you, so you just entertain her because your eye always catches the camera? Please tell them. Oh.
To be sincere,
He never like his eyes are just always all around.
you can see my eyes are.
It be like say your eyes know they anything, but it be like the person where they look like albino. His eyes are, and I've said people have asked me this question. You think that he's entertaining me? I don't think my husband can entertain me for that long.
Not for once.
Like he has not.
Not for once.
He has not tried to.
I won't even allow it. Normally, if it was I'm not that entertaining.
It's not that entertaining. Some men would have been wicked to their wives in Nigeria with money. When she gets here and starts making money, she begins to retaliate. Now, because what do you expect? That's why many of them don't want to move with their wives, because they know the paper where they don't they give the wife here. So when they move, they don't say they save their eye fit, their eye go see back. It's not retaliation, it's just returning same energy. I mean,
Spare the rod and spoil the child.
it's
always-
not always an actual road. Abi, oh, my
Yes,
sister.
yes. It
I'm
doesn't have
telling
to
you, it
be
doesn't
the
have
way-
to be. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even when I make more, my husband always gives me back once he has it without even asking. So that man knows, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
That's
So
cool.
that man knows what
He's
he's doing.
encouraging you, he's making you feel that he understands.
And that means even when things are not that easy for him,
if
it's
he
easy
has
for
more,
Yeah.
he'll
so it's
go all
even
out.
easy for him to it's easy for her to kind of stand in and
standing easily. Yes.
oh gosh, I don't know why people make life difficult for themselves anyway. Gentle parenting does not come easy for me. I can only repeat myself 2 times before I get annoyed. My sister, you're not the only ones going through. You're not the only one going through that. There are lots of us going through that. But I think what sets us apart from maybe parenting way back in the days that we are aware. At least we know what we want to do. We know what
We
we
are
want.
aware.
Yeah, we know what we want things to be like. So I think that just takes us like a step ahead. So let's just be managing ourselves from there. Someone said, please be silent. I like your old way of parenting, because in as much as we are using modern, allow me to finish the
Wait
comment. You don't open your
now.
hand already. Oh God, you should not tell this kind of thing again. Because in as much as we are using modern way of parenting, these kids still need the old way of doing it. I don't know what you guys mean by what was the old and the new way. Let me even know.
Somebody said it then. Now.
She didn't.
Spare the rod.
It's
and
not
spoil
always
the
a
child.
rod.
But it's not always the rod.
Like it's not even.
But there are times I will
But-
not
but-
lie. You
I-
see
I-
that rod.
No. I
It
think
speaks
where the
volume.
problem is, you people think that the old way of parenting has to always be flogging. It's not just about. We're not talking about just disciplining in this case. Old and new style of parenting. For instance, I think I did a video where I talked about how when as a child you want to do something and your mother is like, no, you cannot go there. Take for instance with sex education. Your mother doesn't sit you down and tell you, this is what your body is looking like. This is what your body is like. These things are normal. It's normal for a young girl to like a guy. You might see a boy and think, oh, because you have matured and those hormones are working. Your mother will not tell you that. They just tell you, avoid boys. Don't let a boy touch you. Don't let, and once the boy should not touch you, a boy should not. And then automatically you see some children become very shy to talk to boys, become shy to talk to boys in their class, because they are trying to avoid, they don't even know what the reason is. There's no reason why they're doing that. So for me, that's part of what I mean by old parents. It's not just, it doesn't have to be always flogging. There's so many things. There's just so much. But now that we have children, we call them, we sit them down. We want to teach them before they get taught by their classmates. We don't want them to know what sex is before somebody outside teaches them. So that's really what Sabang is reading comments. Not they respond. It be like I go block this comment. You don't do that. They read comments. Maybe they say the comments are your entertainment. I don't understand. So that's really what I mean by the old and new way of parenting. It's not really all just.
You've said it all. There's
discipline.
nothing much for me to say.
Why is there nothing much for you to say, Kappa? I sincerely believe that the man is supposed to be the provider. Exactly. Women can support. Yes, when the reverse is the case, there are bound to be consequences or problems. That's actually true. I believe I'm of the same opinion. It's just that there are sometimes where there are cases where the man cannot provide. But then, if this man was in this position, he would do his work as the provider of the home. Yeah.
There might be reasons, things that are acceptable. Why?
Why things are not, working like that. Yes, Chantel, I know I'll have pepper body if everyone is depending on me, because most times the woman already is fully immersed in the house duties. And that's the reason why I nobody should even shame women that are homemakers, like full-time housewives or homemakers. I heard this now. I don't know whether I read somewhere that it's rude to call women housewives. I don't know. But full-time homemakers anyway, because already the weight of taking care of the children and managing the home already rests on your shoulder. So it only makes sense for the man to even become the full. In fact, left to me, women are not supposed to spend their money. Left to me, we should just raise the children. enjoy our lives, take care of the home, go out, enjoy, those kind of stuffs.
There's nothing wrong if you have.
Did I
You
say there's
don't have
anything
enough
wrong? I did not
support.
say there's nothing wrong with it. No. I'm just saying if things are going well, now so
If
it's
things
all.
are going well, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Yes.
Yeah. So man say I feel the old way is always the road. Like it's I mean, but I'm just saying that there are so many other things apart from the road when it comes to the old way of parenting, like educating them about their bodies, educating them about the opposite sex, educating boys about female periods. Those are things that a lot of parents did not do back in the day. That's why when we went to school, you see young boys laughing at girls that have gotten their period or girls that are stained. Now we want to teach them so that they don't go out into the world and behave like carton head. And you see a woman with a period, or you don't understand why a woman has pain, or you don't understand why a woman has menstrual cramps. These little things are things that we should teach our children. Those are things that didn't happen way back in the day. So it's just a lot of things. Yeah, nobody explained anything to us, but we owe it to our children. Exactly. Our parents never explained anything, but we consciously try to explain things to our children. Parenting is huge. Oh. Is it huge? You want to say or hard? Tolu Walokbe. What if the man is down financially for some time? Realistically, how many months is he okay to step in? Are you going to think of how many months is
Don't
okay?
have to think.
I mean, if it's obvious
You
that
know this person.
Mhm.
You know that this is the reason. This is why this is happening like this. You can help.
Immediately things have started going bad.
You will know if that person is somebody that will step up for you when he gets back on.
Yeah,
You're with that person. You will automatically know. Even if he cannot go out to get the money, the things you'll be doing in the house, you know that you this man is really striving. He's trying to make things
exactly.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, if you say when is it okay to step in, that means are your children going to be going hungry? Will school fees not be paid? It's just like the story I heard where someone was saying that a woman paid school fees for her children and was still asking her husband for money, pressuring him for money. And whether they said eventually the man passed away or the man committed suicide or something like that. But they said the woman had made the payment anyway, but she wanted to collect the money back from him. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's just know the person. Who is the person? And if you say
Know your partner.
you don't want to step in, are your children going hungry
Like
while you are
back we use
withholding?
KYC. In relationship is KYP. Right. Mm.
You go fear KYP. Wait. We owe it to our children to explain things to them because some of us learned the wrong way, right? Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Shada, what about if the man gets laid off his job? The woman won't be supporting but take on the whole responsibility. I mean, these are cases of if things go bad. Which of course, if things go bad, you're not going to let the whole house suffer now. The whole house with you and your children and your family, you would have to step in as much as you can. So I just think that Shanta is saying it is just a more like a norm for the man to be the provider. But there are always in case something happens, I hope I did not just. Thank you. A full-time housewife like a CEO operating a business is a lot of work, right? Yes, Kiki, I agree with you that most traditional parents don't talk about sex education, which in turn tends to affect them. Yeah. Yeah, that explains why I said women can support, it shouldn't be permanent. I mean, that means the man is definitely working towards, getting back on his feet, or he's making a move, except you're just with someone that is just typically lazy, where you can see that they're not even making any effort. Because truly, some people can become very comfortable in that state where it's like, okay, she's already doing the work, she's already providing, so maybe I should just come. Because really, that's what Oyibo people do. If you're not going to work, take care of the kids.
Yes.
Take them to school, do their homework and all of that. So we both know that we're contributing something. Just like the LGBTQ trend, it's your duty to explain to your children what it means, yes, and create the narrative before they get the narrative outside.
Very good.
Right. Which is true. If you said most homes can be run on a single person income these days, that's very true. That's very true. And something I was thinking about was when I was saying I feel like a lot of men, I don't know about now, because I know that the dynamics now is a lot different from when the time we got married. A lot of people were of the opinion, or a lot of people didn't mind their wives not working. Just like, okay, I just want you to relax, have the children, take care of the home, take care of the kids. And when you now get married and the bills come, they give you that slap. I don't know if there are men who will now start thinking that, oh, this workload don't plenty for me, and women are, and the woman is just there comfortably, just enjoy. I mean, she will be able to tell that things might not be as easy as they were a couple of years ago. But I think at the end of the day, it's what there are men who want their wives to just be home and earn an income from them, take care of the kids, just live the soft life while the woman, takes care of the home and the children and does all of that. But in reality, how many homes can actually thrive? Live like that. That's actually really sad, to be honest, because now it's forcing both parents to work, whether work out of the home, but both parents to work. And in a case like this, most times the woman still carries a lot of the housework.
No, that's not nice. You have to support her.
Yeah, but it also depends on the nature of their jobs, because most times when women are working and maybe they have small jobs on the side, the man is working full time, but the woman is working as well, maybe working from home or has a shop, but he's still carrying a lot of the load when it comes to the home, like the children. So if the man is working in the office, how is he going to pick children from school? How is it? So most times you find that the woman might have the more flexible job. So now she's also earning and she's also taking care of the children. So it's difficult. It's really difficult, to be honest. I think where the difference comes in the new parenting is more communication is taking place. Yes, very true. Very true. Aha! Thank you. Oh yeah, let's play a game. Someone said, okay, step in as long as let me finish the serious comments before I jump into step in as long as you can until things get better. Step up as in your husband, though. Someone says, my parents did explain things to us. I thank God. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there were parents that did that.
They did a good job.
Fancy said, this conversation don't too serious. Let's play a game. What game should we play? See, it was when we wanted to do this live. I realized that we don't have card games. I've been wanting to buy these couple card games for so long. I found the page to buy it. I'll most likely order next week. But I realized that we didn't have cards. Well, my husband was like, well, let's play a card game. I'm like, what card game do we have? Is it general markets game that I want to play? But those couple game cards, they're really nice. I think we should just buy one. Lovely fun. What game do you guys think we should play? Please let me know. I don't know. Lovely family, great mom. Your relationship with your daughters is beautiful. Thank you. Would you ever move from Nigeria? We already answered that question. We said yes.
You have that in motion.
Malice, hi. Hi, mommy. Mommy, I hope you're not live with your grandchildren. If you are here, please let them skip out of this live. This is 18 plus live. Because I was going to mention when I said that, grandma, don't come live with your grandchildren. Let your grandchildren not be watching this video. No matter how rich or poor your partner is, please, everyone should have a source of income, no matter how small. Very important. Do you understand? Someone said even a single income for a single person is not enough, let alone an entire family. Grandma is watching this thing with the children. Grandma, stop it. Stop it. Log out. Log out now. So Danladi said, will you be comfortable with your daughters having boyfriends at 18? And what do you think about teenage dating? Do you want to answer first?
You see my face. You see my eyes.
I don't support teenage dating.
No.
It's not necessary. It's useless.
Focused.
It's not for me. It's not even fully about focus. It's just not necessary. Like, what's the point? What are you having at 18? Are you planning to get married in 2 years? Like, is he going to get you engaged at 19? Do you understand? So it's just, I think that teenage dating is such a jump from maybe early 20s. I'm fine, early 20s, but in their teenage age, it's not necessary. And I think it's a lot of experiments that just go on in the teenage age. As obviously as you grow older, you become wiser, you become a lot pickier. Your tastes, is different. A lot of things are different. So yeah, no to teenage dating. No to it. How did you guys start yours? Were you both working? I don't know what this question is about.
Yes, I was working. She was
how
in
do we
school.
start you? Okay, you mean the marriage or relationship? Okay.
She was in school.
Bamboo Business Empire. I had a dream earlier this year about your family. Wanted to send you a DM, but my husband asked me not to, so it won't cause problems in your home. My dreams always come to pass. So as they're telling us on the live, what are we supposed to do? As you've told us on DM, you did not send. So as you announce it here, we should now beg you to please send the DM. Please don't send it to keep it to yourself. Thank you very much. My oldest, the dream will come to pass for another person. My oldest are 19 and 18 and held to the know with boyfriends.
But you don't know what the dream is.
It's obviously a bad dream now, so it won't cause problems in your home.
Yeah.
I said, beg you give the dream to herself, because what's the point announcing on my life? Beg, go and rest. As well, thank you. Said don't send the DM. Hi everyone. Me too. No to teenage. Yeah, exactly. No to teenage dating. Please don't both leave Bamboo Business Empire, because you don't want to talk dream. Now you go. Now you can't write. Oh, baby, say that Bamboo no well. Hey. Okay, please, if people have a game that I want us to play, let's know, because it be like say this topic don't they serious. So the person don't they bring dream for DM. But you said they don't want it to cause problem now. How would dream of Japa and cause problem in our home? Said very good dream. I had a dream of this family living abroad. My husband insisted I don't tell them since everybody's Japa from Nigeria.
Your husband want us to remain in Nigeria.
I don't understand.
I'll fix Nigeria.
And be the last ones off the light, because he said because if you have a dream that I jackpot, it is not so. I've mentioned it a couple of times, and obviously, if you watch my videos, you will always hear Grace mentioning it. So I don't think there's anybody that will hate to jackpot. If it's something that you want to do, fine. If you don't want that, there are people that say they don't want it.
There's enough bar. Me, I like Nigeria.
I mean, yeah, that's why it's kind of been slow.
That's why I've been a bit slow about the matter.
Because it's not been fully there. You know, I for me, I've always wanted to relocate. Even before I think even before I had children, really. Even before I had children, it's always been I've never really wanted to live in Nigeria, you know. So
but the way Nigeria is going with the liter of fuel.
And it's not if it's just you. You know that okay, now me be my me will be the only problem where I get. Kids, when you now think of 3 young, beautiful girls, you know, that deserve better, that's where it's annoying. Anyway, thank you, Bamboo. Thank you. Say the prayer no be bad dream. Because bad dream no day this our life. But that pine, yes, thank you very much. No verse, everybody don't insult. Who insulted Bamboo? Oh God, oh my God, you could not have chill. Thank Scotland. You, Sissy. Where do you see Scotland?
The last comment.
Joyce say revelation we no get head. I will come to Scotland. Can I leave all this UK? Can I leave UK first? UK, why UK, AY? Can I leave UK first? You should leave yourself the dreamer. You should burn that story, please. So, okay, I think we've answered, all the questions, I think. Okay, so focus on the revelation. Make sure so you don't convert your eye from that revelation. You should tell my husband. My husband is the maybe here and there. You not to know where he did. If it's left for me and my children, straight. So I like Australia. I actually don't mind Australia. But they say Australia is very far now. If you say we're sorry, don't waste time next time. Do you understand? Because you wrote that long thing, you did not tell us it was a good dream. People not get on that, so they're writing all sorts. Many families have issues concerning traveling, which has been causing problems in most homes. All the same, I wish you good luck. Please work towards living in Nigeria. I live in France. Thank you. Now don't come with this UK again. Now don't come with this UK again.
In the UK.
So the game is 10 questions. Whoever doesn't answer has to take shots. We don't even have shots. Obey, we are coming. You don't talk say you get space. We've heard it. Something that comes to Ghana.
Ghana is actually nice. Ghana is nice.
And I'm sure relocating, please let me know. How does relocating from Ghana to other countries? How what's the process like? Is it a lot more difficult? Because I really want to know. I really don't think it's even a bad idea to move to an African country that's easier than Nigeria and then relocate from there. I'll be lying if I say I've not told my husband that we should move to Ghana. I never told you before.
Yes.
I've actually told my husband before.
I have a friend in Ghana with his family.
So I want to know if the process is just the same way we heard that going to UK from Cotonou. It was not Cotonou that they posted that day. That your mind is they really comment. I go cover this comment.
Cotonou is just behind us.
What was it not Cotonou? They said they were going to UK for cheaper. That the flight price was way cheaper than going from Lagos. How are you able to spice up your sex life after being together this long? With Pepe, with Rodo. The answer question now.
With sugar.
But that really how do we spice up our sex life?
It's intentional. You need to create time for yourselves. You need to find time, do some outing.
And I think that spicing up your sex life
watch movies together.
Yeah, it's also other things that you do outside of the bedroom.
We eat a lot together.
We eat together, and I feel like we do. I mean, the things that we can do, we try to do the things that we like to do together. Yeah. As much as we can. I mean, there's so much more that we can do, but I think the few things that we do together, we try to enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, I mean. Don't be shy. Me shy. It's my husband. People should be saying you should not be shy. The songs I should not be shy. Am I?
Shy about what?
You people know I'm not shy when it comes to sex. It's just I feel like I might hold back a bit because when I'm doing videos with my husband, I'm always thinking, am I sharing too much? Because I know he's not the outspoken person, when it comes to things like that. So me trying to kind of shield some things, it's almost like, I don't want him to feel uncomfortable being on this live, so I'm not shy. Just let people know. Yeah, so with Rodo and with Sugar. Hi Fatima, nice to have you on the live. They said we should come to USA. I thought people don't come out to USA from their plan. I never hear people they relocate to the US in a very long while. I don't know because we just hear Canada.
US is good too.
Australia is far, but now plane we go use now, not leg.
Until after a certain age.
Is there anywhere you say you like for kids? Is it here you like for kids? That here you can't like for kids? Yeah. Anywhere you get as it be.
Yeah,
anywhere get everywhere.
Everywhere get it.
Everywhere. If you want, your children can be corrupt anywhere. It's just God and maybe the values that you instill in them from early on. I don't know. People should share. Because issue day. Thank you. So the Chinyo is not shy talking about that matter. She has videos about it. Me self, when I watch it, I get shy. Yeah, I'm not shy talking about it, to be honest. I feel like we are old enough. If you now go on that post comments and say, don't talk about this, and there's no reason why you should be on that video or in that live in the first place. Just log out and leave the video and the comments for people that are older. The older people that can relate. Okay, Obey said migrating to the US needs special grace. If you know, you know. Because Obey has lived in the US before. So she's talking from experience. All right. I'm not really a fan. I want to go to the US to visit, but I've never wanted to relocate. Someone said USA, don't come, Wahala. I'm ready to move out of the USA. Otonio. When they talk, one person says she won't come out. I feel like there was a question I missed. You said 10 questions. We don't have drink. Do we have anything to use as shots? I don't think we do.
Next one will buy.
Jesus.
Buy shots.
We did not get planned. Okay, maybe the next one will.
It wasn't planned.
It was actually planned, but we did not think that we were going to drink. All of those cards, some of the card games, some cards I wanted to buy had drink, but because I didn't buy the cards, so I didn't bother planning for drink or anything. People now want us to now come out drink and be drunk, so that we'll never be able to end life.
Now that one was sweet too. I think we should try that.
We're not drink. Well, we need a third party in case things get out of hand.
How would they get out?
That person knows steps out to the commerce clause. Say, hey.
Now loud you want.
Someone said, please don't come to the USA. I regret. Hey,
Kí ló
hey.
ṣẹlẹ̀, Bọ́lájí?
Either Canada or Australia, because nothing dey Europe. Oh. Personally planning to relocate with my family sooner. Everyone with their own laws. Oh, but Stella no get apple juice. Now apple juice we want drink. Getting drunk on life, it will make sense, but we just need a third party. Maybe someone like my sister that can organize that kind of game for us where we could do the drink. I beg you, no drink, remove clothes. So Lady Gloria says, will you marry each other again and why? That's a good question.
Sounds like all those fairy tale, all those drama that they do on Z World. I'll marry even in my next life. See, if I'm privileged to say the truth, yes, I would love to marry her again. But sorry.
But this one I don't understand. I don't understand your from when you open your mouth to answer this question. I don't understand. You say it's a fairy tale.
I first lost you first. Yes.
Why? Said and why?
Because she's a very wonderful person. She knows how to bring out the king in me, and she knows how to bring out the beast in me as well.
Ewo.
Yes.
Oh, Jehovah.
She can be very annoying.
Jehovah.
Very annoying, but I love her. She's my best. She's my buddy.
I'm your guy.
Yeah, my G. That was how we started. I used to call her my G,
guy.
My guy.
And he's not calling me his guy after a while.
When she became my wife, it started slowing down, but she's still my guy.
Oh, baby. He said, be careful what you say. If you get on in Gary for our back. I mean, Mr. Bang is a cool guy. Like he said, and I think it's the same thing with me. He does bring out the beast in me, which is quite annoying. It's quite annoying what marriage can do to you, right? But I think just as it is with any other thing in life, a job, just living life, there will always be the difficult aspects of it. And it's just the way people will say, oh, if your marriage is not working, get out of the marriage. Same thing if you have a job and the job's not going well. It's not every time that you can actually step out of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to find ways to deal, and I think that's just how it is. Because this is a human being that you're dealing with, not a table or a piece of furniture where you can say, okay, let me get rid of it and get somebody else. So because it's a human being that we're dealing with, we have to, try to walk through those differences and those difficulties. So yeah, we're pushing. But like I said, like in the video that I'll post today, I hope I can post that video today. I pray that I can post it today. We talk about, different things that we have been doing to improve our marriage. And I think these are things that we have noticed that we've been doing over time. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I feel like in marriage, there are just so many different phases. You can have this 1 month of, it's just like, whatever. I'm not feeling it like that. And then you have those weeks and those months of like, oh my God, I love you. This man is just reading comments. What's I want you to cover this? Now the comments should they read?
Oh yeah, I deal with you.
And then you have those weeks of I'll be scrolling down so you can read. Don't worry, you're not going to miss any of the comments. And then don't you agree? Now that you have those weeks or those months where you're just like, oh, he's so sweet and I love him and he's really doing well and I'm really loving my marriage and then you're living in heaven, everything is just sweet. But then you have those weeks of like, oh my God, whatever. Like you guys are we're just pushing through, wake up every day and just like, oh, I'm just.
Yep.
So I think there are a lot of days like that, but I think we've had those really good days recently, and that's what really made us make that video. That's what inspired that video. So I wanted us to just share a couple of things that we've noticed that we've been doing to, improve our marriage. Yeah. It's like I should always bring out the king in you. It's all right. It's okay. Does your husband have a favorite child among his 3 daughters? Tell grandma to live this life. If like grandma is here with any of her grandchildren, she'll live life because she don't already leave us comments. Make she not there with her grandchildren as their dad is about to answer this question.
I know, but they are all my
favorite. Who do you play with the most?
Ella and Asa.
Okay, Grace is definitely not among.
That one is for me big gear.
Okay, someone said, hi Wendy, said absolutely Chinye, we're not perfect, we keep striving to do better. Would you be comfortable if your husband has a female bestie that is not you? I don't think
Let me ask you the same question. Will you be comfortable? Say the truth. Say
that
the
is me you are
truth.
talking
Not you.
about. Okay,
The
so it's,
person
it's a
that
guy.
asked
It's
it.
a guy that asked it down, laddie.
Dala, they say the truth. How would you feel if they should switch roles? How would you feel?
But for me, it really depends on, I don't know, when he met the bestie. I don't know if things like that will affect me, maybe because I'm not experiencing it, so I can't really tell. But just from looking at it, when people say it, I don't think it would affect me if the female bestie knows her boundaries, right? I
She
know
has
that
answered you.
you can have a bestie that is friends with you, but I won't be a bestie to a married man. I'll be calling him by 12 a.m., calling him by 1 a.m., or making unnecessary demands. Like when you know, okay, he's going out with family, you now say, please come and pick me. I'm in Ojo Elegba. Do you understand? So if it will only become a problem when the bestie is beginning to infringe too much in my personal space or maybe my time in my house. Other than that, I don't have a problem with people having friends of the opposite sex because you are married, not mean say you be out of bounds. Because I think people make marriage so difficult, and that's the reason why people want to get married. They're thinking that they're just cracking their brain. Oh my God, can I say hello to this person again? Can I say hi? Can I hang out with this person? Can I? It just makes life too complicated. It's not too hard like that, honestly.
Dala, that
Answers your
answers your
question.
question.
Someone says go to Netherlands, best country in Europe. Oh, I would love it.
I think I
actually.
like Netherlands.
I would actually love
I
it.
like Netherlands.
I would love it. You just answered my question that you skipped through another question. Did I answer it or did I not answer it? Let me make sure that I'm reading your comment properly. Someone has asked again. Okay, no, that same question. Do you have a favorite child among, okay, three daughters? Was it hard after the first child? Hi, Amelia. I don't understand your question. Was what hard after the first child? I don't know. I don't know what that question is about.
What about this one?
Okay. Do you guys go to church with the kids and how do you introduce God to them so they have a relationship with Him? What do you have to say about that?
Okay. We have a church right in front of our house.
Or was it our
When they
house?
were earlier on, we
COVID. I think COVID just
yeah,
kind of messed
yeah,
things up, right?
we always went to go to church.
We
I
not.
not go speak with you.
Ah, we used to
Yeah, we
attend
used to attend
winners.
then.
It's very far from our house, but we were attending winners before COVID hit.
But right now there's a church right in front of us. The kids go there, and for me, I have a personal relationship with God. When they get to that level, I'll put them through that spiritual path. But we teach them about the Word of God. I read the Bible to them. We hold prayer sessions as
Mhm.
much as we can. We
Yeah,
follow what God cannot do, does
does
not
not exist.
exist. So we have those meetings, yeah, some
Mm.
mornings with the kids.
Someone say, Grandma, please help us go away. We go gist you later. I hope say she don't go. I know they say her comment again. Monica said, no opposite sex bestie, please. I mean, if it's not like you're looking for it, but if it happens, okay, Grandma said they are losing their hair or they are not with me at the moment. Grandma, you're a darling for letting them losing their hair because we just talked about this on WhatsApp. A take home for me. It's not every time you walk out of your job. Thanks. Oh, I didn't understand that.
It take home for me. It's not every time you walk out of your job.
I don't know. Victoria, can you please explain? I don't understand what you're talking about. Joy said, I bet female bestie should day her day. Oh. The person in the marriage should also put boundaries. Exactly. And I don't know why. I have something to say, right? I don't know if it's just me because myself and my friend talked about this a while ago. We were saying that I feel like with men can be very accommodating to a point that it can be irritating. And I'm saying this because I know a couple of people that have had these experiences even in their marriages where a woman is just like you said, is not respecting the boundaries that you have in your home. And some men find it difficult to say, like, I don't want this, I'm married. I don't know if it has to do with them trying not to offend the person, but I do think that in a lot of cases, you find that many men are not, they don't know how to be, what's in the
Create
English?
boundaries.
They don't know how to like stand on their ground and say, I don't want this. Like, and I remember someone was telling me how a girl was coming on strong on her husband, and she was telling her husband that this girl likes you. And he was like, no, for what? That he's like a mentor to her. And she was telling me, I said, the way this girl is moving, this girl is liking you, and he just couldn't see it. So I don't know if it's just them, just they are just completely clueless, or if they, I don't know if there's just that thing that makes them feel like they need to please women. I really don't know, but I know it happens a lot. For women, I don't know about anybody, but for me, I don't even get energy. It's always off, like immediately. Pew, out, please. Thank you. I love the way you put details in everything about your home, especially your kitchen. Thank you. USA has its benefits, but it's structured for work, 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 and bills, bills, bills. Socially, it might be tough depending on the state or community you live. There are pros and cons, and that's everywhere. As I say, dirty mentor, move her back. And they tell you, the guy say he's the girl's mentor, so you don't believe say the girl like him. I know men, they'll be looking at say that age difference, like this small girl. Me at my big age, we're saying concern. I don't know, say all these girls, their eye don't tear. Their eye don't tear, reach back.
Where?
Ah, now that girls are there, people not hearing that girls are even saying, even if it's married men, they don't mind.
They will
Even
come
if
and
it's married, that
drag them.
they don't mind. In fact, many of them,
They drag.
who was I even talking? Well, I was talking to someone. The person was saying that some girls are even saying that even if it's just to just get pregnant, they just want to get pregnant.
Like you said, now if you don't create those boundaries, that's where the problem is. You need to set those boundaries as a man. There should be limits. There should be boundaries, as in you shouldn't pass on certain. It should end there. Let it just be there.
Sounds like did the coming of your okay, I understand your question. Did the coming of your first child affect your relationship? I don't know how to formulate my question. Okay. Did the coming of your first child affect your relationship? What do you think? I think it actually did.
You're the best person to answer that question.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it did because I mean being a mother was very new, first of all. So dealing with all of that, and I think because our marriage didn't start in a way that you know how you get married and then some people say, okay, I want to give like a 2 year gap before I do anything. For us, it's like we got married, we already had it, we were already pregnant. So by the time our baby came, we're still learning marriage more like it's when the baby came. So it was just like it just hit us bam, bam, bam. First child, first baby, marriage without help because we didn't have help at the time. So even though my mom came for Mugo, his mom was around too for a bit. It was still left to me when they left the house. So it did affect our relationship in a lot of ways. I think it was after Grace we now went through the ectopic pregnancy. So it was back to back issues actually. So yes, it did. It actually did. In my opinion, couples. I mean, it doesn't apply for everybody. It doesn't apply to everybody or to every relationship. But I'm sure there are people who have babies immediately after they get married, and their marriages still thrive or they still do well or whatever. But I am of the opinion that if you get married, wait for a bit before you start having children.
Yeah.
That's what I would advise personally from my experience and my personal opinion, because that's what I actually wanted for my life. I remember I was talking to my uni mates at school, and I constantly remember I was talking about getting married because my roommate was about to get married. So we used to talk about marriage a lot. And in the East, girls get married very quickly in the East. So we'd always talk about it. And I remember just saying, I want to get married. I have no problem with getting married, but I don't want to have children immediately I get married. I want to just work and enjoy my marriage, like enjoy my man before I even think of having children. And it's crazy to think that I thought of that with how young I was, but it's not happening like that for me. This life just gets as it be. It does get as it be. I think most men know, but I think some men like to have their cake too. Okay, that's with regards to the female bestie thing. Some of them probably want to take advantage of the situation in the future with this so-called best friend, Wahala. Men are kind of extreme, right? When you get a man with boundaries, you self go tire. You're so organized, teach us more of that. I really don't know how to teach organization. I think that's why my vlogs are there. I'm just hoping that you guys are picking a couple of things, but to not say, oh, I want to teach. I mean, maybe I would have an ebook. Who knows? Maybe I'll have an ebook someday when I can put it. At least this year, my plan was to have an ebook, and I haven't done anything about it. So let me pray. My husband done the yawn. Wahala. Okay, Vidura says, I asked you a question. Okay, if it's okay to walk out of your marriage if it gets overwhelming, Okay, but you skipped the question and answered someone's question that gave me the answer I need. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Did you see the question?
Yeah, she said you already answered it.
Yeah, but I never saw the question. Sorry, Victoria, I never saw the question. Yeah, I would advise that as well. If you can just wait a bit before having kids, right? Wendy Space says, please, is your daughter a teenager? If yes, please, how are you coping with the change in character? I want to learn because so my daughter is not a teenager yet. She's a twin.
Yeah.
What's it that they call them again?
I don't know.
They get one name where they call them. The ones that are before teenagers. I think they call them twins. So sure, she's 12, so she's not yet a teenager. But I think that we're still dealing with the change. Well, not changing character per se, but it's just more like she has become more independent. She has become a lot more
Yes.
outspoken. Um, she has become very opinionated. So it's just that, and I don't really think it's a character change. I just think it is just something that we're not used to as parents because when they are small, it's always it's always fun. Like when you have little children, you're laughing at their character. Oh, you're so cute. But now when they are now adults, where you say something and then they challenge you and say, no,
Yes,
I
and
don't
say
want to
no,
do
yeah.
that. Like so, it's a bit difficult for us to actually deal with. So it's not really a change in
Preteen,
character.
yes,
Yeah,
preteen.
preteens. Yeah, so she's a preteen. But yeah, we're trying to deal with it. We've never had a preteen before in our life. Not the first time with this.
We're learning.
So we they try, my sister, we they struggle, we they try. We're really, really trying. What are your hobbies? Okay, people have said preteen. Okay, yeah. The time Mr. Abang is young. I said the man get belle. You people are not understanding. Can we begin of the I told you that this man is 10 months pregnant for us. Maybe 9 1 born boy for us. What are your hobbies? Tell me, what are your hobbies?
Watching movies, watching soccer. I love soccer.
I know you're going to mention what you said.
What else? Traveling. I love traveling. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
My hobbies.
I like driving fast.
Oh my gosh, and he likes flying fast.
Mhm.
If this man could, he will fly military jets.
That was my dream.
He has military jets and fast cars. My hobbies. I love shopping. Oh gosh, I love shopping. And when I say shopping, I mean shopping for home stuff. And I like looking. I think I like walking through. I feel like that's a hobby. That's actually like a hobby. And I think if I get when I well not if I get when I get to travel again, I'm going to do a lot more walking through stores and just like even if I can't buy the things, I just want to stare at them. I just want to touch them.
Yeah.
I like watching TV too. I love watching movies. You guys can tell. Someone say I love spending. Walai, I love spending. But yeah, I love watching movies. I used to really enjoy reading. Sometimes I want to go back to reading, but I just have there's something in my chest that's telling me, that social media has taken over reading, right? I feel like I spend time on my phone, and so maybe that's why I can't read as much as I would love to read. But I used to really love reading. But now having children and a lot of things is just it's difficult. What is your take on adoption? Have you ever considered it, or is it an option for you, or it's not an option for
You
you?
already have like an adopted daughter.
I
Monica.
mean, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
But other than that, we can't really say we've thought of adoption for
Yeah.
any reason, except if you want to bring the matter of boy, because go pass. If you have 3 girls and part talking about adoption, it will not pass. Oh, adopt a boy. Yeah, but it's not something I've ever thought about. I have a friend whose family actually they were 5. I don't know. There are 5 girls or 6 girls, and they adopted a baby boy. He's a big boy now. He's a teenager. What am I saying, teenager? He should be far older than a teenager. He should be in his early 20s now. So yeah. What's your advice on living with your teenage or adult step kid that wouldn't get involved in the home? Bearing in mind you have kids that are still growing up and they may pick this attitude.
Caution.
What's your advice on living with your teenage or adult step kid? Okay, that won't get involved in the home. Bearing in mind that you have kids that are still growing up and they might pick this attitude. So when you say your step kid, what is the parent of that child doing? Because I think it's easier for the like if you are married and you have a child, easier for the father to talk to that child. So I want to know what's that the parents not the step parent. Now, what's the parents doing about that? Because I think that's the easiest way to for the child to come around. Although I know that having teenagers can be a bit stressful. They are stressful on a norm to handle. Then when it's now your step child, that would be a lot. But I think a lot of times it just really the parent of that child should come in and do something about it.
Yeah,
I guess
it
it's
falls,
easier.
It falls on the parent.
Yeah, because when you come in as a step parent, the child might act maybe to be since you're not my mom,
parent,
or you're not my
yeah.
Also, if you try ebooks, listen to them while you're cooking or working out or driving, etc. I listen to music. I don't listen to ebooks, but I
What
should
would
try
you
that.
say is a marriage deal breaker?
What you say is a marriage deal breaker? I've never really, I think even from when I was younger, I've never really had, I think maybe once in a while I'll just think, oh, this is a marriage deal breaker. But now that I'm married, I know that marriage is a lot. And I don't know what my deal breaker is, to be honest. I really don't know what my deal breaker is, really. I just think that it depends on the phase I am in at life. It gets something if you do to me last year that I might tolerate or I might take, and you can do it this year and I won't take it from you. So when they say what's a marriage deal breaker, I know people say, oh, cheating is a deal breaker. I cannot tell what my deal breaker is. It just depends on when the thing meets me. If he meets me for bad mood, and no, can't take it. So I don't know. What would you say is a deal breaker for you? Would you say infidelity is a deal breaker for you? Because for a lot of people will say infidelity is a deal breaker for them. But you find the same people who say infidelity is a deal breaker walk through their marriages even when there's infidelity. So that's why I said I can't really say what my deal breaker is.
I can't tell as well.
Maybe if person won't marry another wife, I go just my husband not talking. Does your husband watch your YouTube channel?
Yes, now.
It's not yes now.
Of course.
Very annoying manner, by the very annoying way of watching it. Because tell me why somebody will have all the rooms in this house to watch the video, all the time in this world to watch my videos. He will not choose the day that I'm sitting down by his side. When I film videos, I don't mind watching myself, but I hate hearing myself on another person's phone. Same thing with my mom. My mom will not watch video. It's when she comes to my house, when she lies on the floor, ready to sleep. That's when my mom will know she'll carry my phone. I'll be, hi guys, welcome to my channel. That's what my husband does. Like, why? You could have watched it any other place.
That's my best moment. That's the moment.
What's the reason? What is the reason?
Just like it's all might not work with
you need earpiece. You need earpiece.
Okay.
You need to use earpiece. Maybe if they watch the video, because I don't understand why I have to listen to myself all over again. I don't do video. After doing video, I still edited the video, heard myself. Then I will not listen to it on your phone. I will not listen to it on grandma's phone again. Okay. These people safe. Okay, that person retracted her message. I kind of saw a bit of that message before you retracted it. Send it again, no. Send the video, send the comment again, because I saw a bit of that. I like shopping and soft life. Now money I no get. My sister, me too. I have 3 daughters too. I'm done and I'm not adopting any boy. I don't you adopt. Which money do I want to use to take care of adopted boy? Don't get the money.
Do men really know when they have a good woman? And of course, no. Men know when they have a good woman now.
Yeah, speak for the men for us because we didn't know.
Yes, we know when we know when we have a good woman. By the actions, you will be able to tell that this person is a good person. You're not blind. You're seeing everything. You're seeing the effort your partner is putting. You're seeing the sacrifices. So it would be sheer wickedness for you to assume that person is bad or see the person in a bad light. No, we know. Men know. They know good women and they know bad women.
Except they are just...
Unless they just want to...
Except they're just wicked fools.
Yeah.
So this is the lady that talked about the the step teenager. Said the dad has stopped and is fed up, and he will look as if I'm the one trying to instill these values. Like I said, the younger ones can see these things, and I'm worried for the future for him. I mean, I guess you can only do your best and, just
Mm.
raise your children the best way you think you can.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, what exactly do you do if the child refuses to listen to the parents? You know,
Mm.
what other option do you have other than to just raise your children? And it's, I mean, it's true what they say about, children looking up to their older one and kind of doing things. But at the same time, I think personality matters a lot because
A
children
whole
are
lot.
very different.
Yes.
And in as much as a child can look up to the older one, we will also still pray and depend on the personality of that child and
Yeah.
hope that, the child is different in that way. But really, there's really not much you can do.
Yes. Yes.
I
She
mean,
said it all.
do you guys, are there punishments you met out like, oh, seizing their phone, his phone or her phone or something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like hearing myself on someone's phone. Sure, you sing. So there are other people like me. I don't like hearing myself too. You don't see I'm make it not be like saying now only me. Oh.
Mm.
I thought I'm the only one. Oh. I don't like listening to myself. Okay, how did your husband feel or when he saw you talking about your help and her phone? How did you feel about that? Was it not two of us that woman spoke to her about
I
it?
was the one that even discovered
Yeah,
itself because
so
I check all their phones from time to time, and
mm,
unfortunately for her, I was on my investigative mode that day,
yeah.
so I was the one that got the phone. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm saving the life. Are you saving the life? Yes, I'm saving the life. Did you consider love or money when getting married to your husband?
Dan Ladi, this your own question. Where the carry come from Kano? Not be small something. No.
I mean, I think I was really young, so
Mm.
and I think that marriage didn't have the rep that he has right now. So I didn't consider money. I just thought, okay, this is someone that, loves me and can take care of me, So it wasn't like, oh, money was like at the forefront or anything. It was more like, okay, comfort. At least, I will be able to eat. He go fee pay school fees. And, we love each other. So there wasn't a money thing at all.
Yeah, Dan Ladi, thanks.
Hi Ogum. Do you guys bond over your love for good food? We do, and I think there's so much we can do with food,
Mm.
and there's so much that we have to try out in this life. We are still
Yeah.
very young, and there's so much that we can try that we haven't tried out. Fantasy you said we should play a game. You not now give us game to play. Oh, eh? You not now give us game to play. Play game. We not see the game.
We'll
Oh.
get those cards. We'll play better game
Mr.
life.
Bank Kuma don dey
Whenever
young.
I get chance, go for the next life.
Sure, whenever you get chance, get home for the next life.
Hi, Choma.
I mean, this last couple of days that the girls haven't been around, we have been bonding over good food. We don't try.
Mm.
We dey shop, we
I
dey
don't
shop, we
even
dey
my
shop.
belly don't big. I don't add weight.
Because we're just eating and relaxing. Well, I mean, today I feel like I relaxed a lot today, unlike yesterday, because I didn't relax yesterday at all. I was very busy yesterday. But yeah, I feel like we're kind of done with the life. What do you think? I
Yes.
know you will say yes. I know you will say yes. Hi, Kinyere. I love you. How do you balance being the right lady and not showing too much of wifely duties to a guy you aren't married to yet? That's a very good question because I've actually thought of this. Me, I can speak based on my personal. I don't think that when we were dating, I ever did like too much of wifely duties. I don't get time for that rubbish. Like, you know how girls will come and they're trying to impress you or trying to impress your family. Maybe they come and then they want to cook. Oh, Lady Go, please, can you send your question again? I didn't see the question. Can you send it again? Okay, I think I just saw. Oh, sorry, I'm just seeing it. Sorry. Your dishes look yummy. What is your favorite non-Nigerian dish? I saw you try wache some time back. My husband likes wache. Oh. I'm not a fan. He eats it quite often, actually. Even he ate it last week. I'm not. I'm
Few
not.
days ago.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of wache, but I can pronounce it though. My favorite non-Nigerian food. I'm trying to think of maybe a meal I've eaten that I don't think there's any meal I've eaten that is non-Nigerian that really rings a bell or like I can remember to say I really like. I'm thinking of maybe the few times I traveled. I don't think I don't think, and I think maybe it's because I don't explore a lot of male options. Especially even when I travel, I don't explore options that are not familiar. So I can't really see. I can't really see. Okay, yeah. So how do I balance being the right lady and okay, how do you balance being the right lady and not showing too much of wifely duties to a guy you are not married to yet? What do you think?
How do you
Personally,
balance being the right lady
yes.
and not showing too much of wifely duties to a guy? Hey, you're not married, you're not married now. But before that, there are some certain things you can do that just sets you on track and allows that guy to see you as a responsible person.
Mm,
Not like going to wash clothes
mm,
and stuffs like that. No, it just being supportive first
mm,
mentally. That's number one. Number two, whenever you go there, you eat.
mm,
You can assist in cleaning that dishes at that moment. It's fine.
mm.
But not like you turn it to your everyday job. The guy understands. And for men, if you like, wash heaven and earth.
Mm.
If he's not going to marry you,
You
he's
will
not
not
going to
marry him.
marry you. You're only deceiving yourself. You even marry
Mm,
that one that is very lazy, that comes and
mm,
just. So it takes a lot. It's the men that make that choice. They know who
mm,
they want. And let me be honest with you, you will know if the man wants you. You don't
mm.
need to overwork yourself.
Yourself, right?
When you date for some time, you know that you know where it's leading to.
I feel very. I feel it pisses me off when I see women try so hard to do a lot of housely stuff. Because to be honest, if you are a responsible person, you don't have to be the one to like you don't have to get married and start washing plates to show that you're a good wife. Because really, if I get married today, if I can hire a chef today, no wahala. Nobody says I have to cook the day I get married. If I get married and myself and my husband can decide that okay, we want to get cook, want to get chef, want to get a laundry man, we can do it. Like me washing plates or cleaning your room doesn't make me a good wife.
Yeah.
I just think that just like my husband said, if he knows, he knows. He doesn't need you to come and when myself and my husband were dating, the only reason why I would arrange his wardrobe is because the thing was pissing me off. Not because I was trying to impress anybody, but I would go there and tell him that why is your wardrobe this scattered?
But just in case you don't know, those were the little things that were striking.
I mean, that's good. I guess maybe in our case, but I didn't do them because I was trying to impress you. I did them because I just couldn't stand the look of it, and it seemed like it was something that was easy to do. I could do it, But to not say I will go out of my way to come and cook or to enter kitchen and be pounding yam. I think even when I used to go to his house, I hardly used to even enter the kitchen. It's once in a while I'll just be like, oh, let me just go and peep at what my mother-in-law is doing and just see what she's doing. But I've never been one to, I don't know. It just for me it just screams desperation, and I don't think that any woman should be that desperate. I think Azor left a message I wanted to. She said my mother warned me before marriage not to do wifey duties to a man that isn't my husband. Never try to impress by overdoing things like pound yam exactly or wash his jeans. Because do you understand? Because what's the actual point? What's the point of it? So you're getting married to tend to him. It's almost as if okay, you are marrying me just because I'm able to wash your clothes, I'm able to cook for you, I'm able to, it's no. There are other things that you can do to show that you can be somebody's wife and he can also be something to you. Because at the end of the day, if women now say, okay, so when a woman is trying to impress a man, what does a man then do to impress her? Is he going to buy her things? Because I feel like that's what it's going to look like. Are we now going to request that men should pour in money? Because these days now, men hate to hear that women are asking for money. When women ask for money, they say, oh, the woman is broke. But women are trying to impress men by going to form wifely duties, cleaning house, washing jeans. So that means the opposite is what women should be requesting from men as well. So bring in the gifts, bring in the credit alerts, It's just, it just screams desperation when people do that. Hi, Mrs. and Mrs. Abang. My husband and I always like reminiscing on the future. No young kids to bath and feed. What do you guys think you'll be doing in retirement days with the girls growing? I thought of this actually a couple of days ago yesterday when I was filming the video where two of us were just
cruise ships,
oh my gosh,
Kenya.
oh my god, cruise ship definitely. But no, I'm not waiting for retirement to go on a cruise, because I remember when Royals of the Caribbean came out a couple of years ago. I was telling my husband that this is actually a dream. Like, I really want to go on a cruise. I can't wait to do that. It would be such a dream. But if you can go with the children, that would just be like the highlight of my life. But yeah, I mean, I'm a home girl. So the one thing that comes to mind when I think of my children, like yesterday morning when we were, in the house, I was filming. I tried to do an Instagram reel, which I'll most likely post tomorrow. But I was just thinking of life when our girls are not around. Because I was just thinking, okay, just imagine us in our home and our girls are maybe away at uni or something. For me, it's nothing else other than just finding things that I love to do, doing up my house. And I'm a homebody, so I will always find something to do. I just want to sit down and just watch TV, and I'm fine. I'll just watch TV. If we can travel, that's fine. So I don't know about my husband, if his own likes will be, or his own, there are things that he will do will be different from me.
Traveling, but safaris. Me, I like safari too.
But you can't really do that for, like, it can't be as often. So it's like for the majority of the while that you're home, what will you be doing? It's really just hanging out with each other, because what else will you do? What else will you be doing?
With other old friends,
right? So sometimes you should play names of anything. Person they young here with 10 months pregnancy. Person you saying you should play names of anything, and if anyone gets it wrong, you answer the most uncomfortable question truthfully.
Nice idea, but let's do it. But we'll come with good.
I said this man get belly. Me and my husband never tasted my food before we got married. Did you taste my food before we got married?
Yes, no.
When did I cook? What did I cook? When did I cook?
I came to your school when you were still in school.
When did you eat my food?
I
cooked. Okay, yeah.
Rice. You guys cook.
No, well, who cook rice for you?
For now,
you feel cook like that.
I got job students.
Okay, I remember. I remember when you came to
dry rice.
I remember it wasn't dry rice. Hello, I don't remember what I made, but definitely wasn't
concussion.
Dry rice. So concussion rice no sweet. You were as you be like this, you crave concussion rice sometimes.
But that one a student concussion now.
And there's no how it would have been bad, please. We're living off camp. We're not that hungry. We're not that. It was not that dry. What do you mean? Please take your time, my bad. Take your time. Don't do any wifely duties for any man. Let him be a husband first. Because if he enjoys all the benefits, what's the need of going the extra mile to make you his wife?
You don't need to do wifely duties. Do the things that are right. The right things. Not don't make it a duty. Don't call it a duty.
I know people who wash clothes for years and the guy didn't marry them. Yeah.
Very sad.
That's the reason. You see all these men are looking for house girl. That's what they're looking for.
Any man that invites you to his house and sees you as someone he can use for that.
They run, all those foolish goods.
Some men believe in that's how they want to find their wife.
Yeah, so who go wash clothes, who go cook.
The wrong orientation.
God, I beg you. If you're responsible, your good heart will sell you out, not having two-edged personality. Most times, those wifely duties are chores. Be yourself, say your mind, and don't swallow his bad habits just because you're expecting marriage. Thank you. That thing you start with, you have to continue with it to make women wise up. I'm telling you, I watched, I don't know if you guys have watched my I Said What I Said episode. I posted it on my YouTube community. And Umfon was saying something about, I watched one of her TikTok videos. I think that was the very first video I watched if I started following her on TikTok. She said when she was dating her husband, she remember somebody was telling her that her husband's family or her husband's people, they don't let them wear trousers or something like that. She said the very first time that she went to the house, she wore trousers. Just so that they will know that I'm not stopping this trouser matter. So that as soon as I want to come marry me, you will know what to expect. That she just imagine somebody that would have decided to pretend. And you now say you want to wear skirts because they said they should not wear trousers. When people get married, that's become a problem because they will now call family meeting. But we say we don't like this. Why are you doing this? So better to just let them know before you enter the whole thing. Exactly. What do the men do to impress us as well? Yeah. If you start watching when you get married and go for family meetings, they will now give you goat intestine to watch. I'm telling you, the way they go pack the work. Maybe you like to walk. Say you like to walk, you go walk. But you see those lazy ones that they just be like, Our wife, they watch play. Ma, I'm having headache. They will be avoiding him because they know this one. Lazy girl, she not gonna do any work.
Yes, Nelo, I answered your question.
Okay, someone has actually asked this question. I think she came late and she asked the question again.
I answered.
I'm going to leave a replay of this video so you can watch it and hear what he said. Wifely duties such as cleaning, washing is not what qualifies you as a wife most times. You get sense. Exactly. Can you think for yourself and add value to his life? Do you understand? Because what is this washing of clothes that you can hire people to do? You can easily hire somebody to do any of these house chores. Someone is asking, oh, his due date. I don't know the time when he go dey due.
You go pay for the naming ceremony.
I don't know which time his servant go dey due because the sleep not get part 2. If you are lazy like me, don't worry, your husband will find you. Abby, if you are lazy like me, don't worry. Thank you. You don't have to overdo to please anyone to marry you. Be yourself. And me, they know they send me as a lazy girl. As a man, it's not even like I'm lazy. I'm just like I don't want to immerse myself into work where I don't get power. As I don't get that power for stress. And I think the thing about in-laws, and most times they like to take the long way out. Like it gets short called. We feel call people to come watch something. We feel call people to come cook this thing, but they will decide to take it upon themselves. So you will not be one of the workers. No, now. Or wrong.
Sometimes assist.
I mean, if you can, why not? If you can, but if you know they your body, can't they overdo? You not be trying to impress them that because they're my husband's people. God will help all of us shine in this life. God will help us because at the same way you are trying to impress them. I hope that your in-laws are also trying to impress you because everybody too needs to be impressed. If you're bringing me to your family,
some in-laws that is what they use as their own.
And so unfortunately, who know if they not pick, make the best in everybody, make everybody go their way now. Not be by force.
That's why you need to.
Not be by force because in-laws too need
to shine your eyes.
In-laws too need to impress because if you're bringing me to your family, then you should show me that you care. That means that you're impressing me. That means you are telling me that okay, if I come to your family, I'll be well taken care of. So make it not be say I just they can't walk. You have to impress people. People have nothing to show for it. And no, that one no go work. Azza, thank you. Yeah, it's crochet. It's actually crochet braids. I've had it for a very long time. People have been asking me about this hair. Thank you. Mr. Alba wants sleeping, picking the road for Bele. So my case is I don't have respect as an Igbo girl married into a Yoruba family. Oh, really? How? Explain.
How?
Explain, Joy. You don't have respect as an Igbo girl married into a Yoruba family. Blessed are those who are peacemakers, who will be known as the sons of God. It's all right. Okay, because I'm not already called person where I seen your auntie. Oh.
You know the truth of the matter is.
Oh, based on Yoruba people.
That is how
the culture, right? That's how the culture is. So it's a bit.
And they usually see people from the east, south as very disrespectful and uncultured.
Yeah.
It only takes those ones that have stayed there, the Yorubas that have stayed over there, that understand these cultures. The ones that are, born and brought up from this side, they just have this natural feeling towards people from there as being uncultured.
Yeah.
So don't see it as just pardon it and teach them more. Teach them your own culture.
Yeah, I mean, like eventually you guys would have to find a way around it because it's you coming in, you're bringing your own culture that they might not understand in some ways. Same way you don't understand theirs as well. So people just have to learn how to manage each other, So yeah. They're very particular about respect.
Yes, very.
Yeah, I don't get wahala with saying auntie you. Now Yoruba people wish, but they won't be saying even if they say auntie, if you call somebody auntie for front, go the person back, go do yimu, go she, idiots, but just call me auntie for my face, and I'm good. I'm telling you, just auntie for mouth. That's just it. I feel like we've answered all the questions. I was about to say that they feel they don't have respect. I'm a Yoruba girl, but I lived all my life in PH, and they still feel I don't have respect because I say things the way it is.
That's what I'm saying. The ones that grow from other places, if you watch, they are almost like the Igbos.
Yeah.
You know, they
Okay.
behave like that.
Mm.
It's
only
the
the
ones
ones that grew up
grew up here,
there.
you know, everything. They just feel that no, I mean, fail. I understand how it is.
Okay, yeah, I remember this question. Sorry, I missed it. I remember getting this question. Would you relocate separately? I think it's something that we've talked about. Would you relocate separately?
I've never thought of it.
Why would you have, we've discussed it before.
Yeah.
And why would we relocate separately? Like
No,
you
we
go
won't.
first,
No.
another person will now go next.
I have friends that have done stuff.
Yeah,
like
we
that,
do.
and it
And
doesn't. I don't like the.
yeah, it's
I don't
not
like the
it's
pattern.
not yeah, I don't like the pattern as well. It's not something I mean.
That's why I'm working hard. Tabamalo.
Why you dey speak Yoruba? I don't understand. Now Yoruba life be this.
Okay, let me speak Igbo.
Oh yeah, give us Igbo. Now there you go fall your hand pieces. Fall your hand. I am right an Igbo woman. You don't fall your hand pieces. Because this Yoruba way you dey speak, I don't understand. Speak your language. Speak your language. Make your people. I beg, do we have cross river people in the house? Speak your language. Then say something in your language. Let's see.
Yes, they don't have a choice.
Say something in your language now.
Like what?
Anything, just communicate. Like what's the next thing that you would like to say?
Namaste.
Ah, speak your language because you dey practice.
Ongebe. That's
Ongebe. So it's greeting
yeah,
people.
I'm greeting people.
What Ongebe is what exactly? Is it good morning, good evening? Just a greeting.
Yes,
Just a greeting.
Ongebe is good
Ongebe.
morning, no.
Why you can't they greet them Ongebe
Okay,
now?
so it's
Now morning be this.
Eki.
Eki. That's
I
okay. So that's general
normal
greeting. So you
greeting,
can greet any time of
yes,
the day.
yes.
Eki. Someone said I should speak Igbo. Make una leave me with my Igbo language.
Mhm.
Make una leave me with my Igbo language. Now help me, my sister, an Indian man with that. They say people should speak Yoruba, they're enjoying it. My husband speaks Yoruba very well, very, very well actually. Just like my mom and my dad and his dad. They speak Yoruba very, very well. But yeah, I think those are all the questions we have. If we now say make we they go, somebody will now bring another question or something else for us to talk about. I don't think Mr. Bank expected this life to be this long.
I thought it was 30-20 minutes something.
Lives are never that short. Most times they just drag on.
Okay,
So
we're going to
we've gone
have
on
games
for
next time.
141.
But I enjoyed
That's
it.
when you're alive. For 140. You know you don't
do.
do game. You know say you don't go do game.
I'll buy game and I'll buy the
They
shots.
say we should play a game of one and you know this life as we are going, people are coming. I'll be telling you hello friends. Someone say hello friends. They say we should play a game where we're mentioning letters, or maybe we'll do that another day.
Save it.
Okay. All right, you guys. Let's end the live so that I can post that video. I'm actually supposed to post the video today. So you guys should give me till maybe like 6:30. And I'll post the video. Today's Sunday now, so yeah, 6:30 we'll post the video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next live. I'm going to try and bring Mr. Bank on next month. So our next live is next month. All right. Take care, people. Bye. You know, say bye, darling.
Namaste.
Oh
Namaste.
gosh.
Namaste.
Take over. Let me end the stream and
Yeah.